Welcome and good afternoon. In this training, I want us to begin the actual data analysis. Analyzing the data from projects. So what you're looking at currently now is a data bank, and it shows different analysis of various projects that we did in the center. I've talked about the gender-based violence. I've talked about the unpaid K-work and female participation in politics. So I want to take you through how these projects were developed up to the point where we'll have to export the data for analysis. So again, the website where you can find this raw result of data analysis is shown here. So when you open to it, you will see different dynamic live data of projects that were done. These are not static numbers, they changes as a result of changes that you have on the database. So let me take you to the backend. If you click on this banner here, it will take you to the login environment. Once you log in, you will go into the real raw data environment. Let me just do something so you see how it will be the first time you log in. If you're coming here for the first time, this is what you will see. So this is what you see. The system shows a dashboard telling you about the summary of gender-based violence and of course partners. So it opens to the first set of database that we have. So here, if you look on the left-hand side, you have the gender-based violence, you have unpaid K-work and other projects. So what's this gender-based violence? Right from the point of COVID-19 till now, we've had a lot of violence perpetuated on both male and female, though it's more on female. So the question is, what is really the cause of this? So before we can tackle what is the cause, we need to really understand where it and how often it happens. So because of that, we came up with the concept of developing a form that we can use to capture that. So this is the form. So the data that we got was a secondary data. That means we decided to rely on reported cases on our national newspapers. So wherever it's reported of any kind of violence, we use this form to capture that data. So you can see from the form we have name of offender, state, local government, location where it happens. Then we have the nature of gender-based violence, the age of victim, sex of offender, age of offender, occupation, frequency of offense, date submitted, photo of offender, action taken, status of action, legislation. Then we have responsible agency. Then we have the source of information. So the source of information here, that's when we capture the newspaper and of course the date. Then we can scan that paper and put it here as a proof. So once we do that, then we will now click on submit and it goes to the database. So it is when it's uploaded that you will now find the results which is stored on our database. That was how we got the database for, so it's trying to load. We have this. So you can see as of today, we have recorded, I think, about 2,000 records of gender-based violence around the world. So this is an online form that does that job for you. If you recall, one of the things videos I sent to you is on how to develop this form using Google Form. So that means you don't need to build it raw. I developed this raw using PHP and MySQL environment, but you can use Google Form to quickly come up with this kind of form. And of course, you can use it to record your data, and that will help you to collect information about this gender-based violence. So once you will have this data on our database, then the next point is to start analyzing this data. So how do we analyze it? So because this is online, so what I did is I will take you to the backend. I'll take you to the backend where this website is hosted. Then you will see the database where these files are stored. Then we'll export it to Excel. Then we'll start the analysis. So to open to a website, we'll type the address :2080. This is a cPanel. From the cPanel, you see something like this. Then you click on PHP myadmin. Once you click that, it takes you to the database environment. You click here to open to see all the tables that are running on the system. And once it opens, the database is called take. So once you click on take, you will see this raw database here. So how do you export this? So to export this to our Excel, what we do is to click on export. Then here I will export it as a CSV for MS Excel. Then I'll click export. So once you click export, the system will take it to your system, will download it to your system. So this is how it is. So I'll click here to open to the form. So it's already in a format that can open with Excel. So I'm trying to open it now. Once it opens, you will see it in this format. So, but if you don't like the way it's appearing here, there's another option we have. We have CSV. Then I'll click export. So the first one I used was CSV for Excel. So this time around I'm using only CSV. So CSV opens here. So you just click on it and it will open in Excel. So you can see this format is quite nice. So now that we have it in this format, you can see this record starts from number 1, then it ends at 1,550. So we have a complete record. So it is this record that we're now going to use in our raw analysis. Thank you for listening.